Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. Today we're going to focus on a lower body. We're going to be using the kettlebell if you have one. You can also use a dumbbell as well if you don't have a kettlebell. Whether you're, still, of course, working out at home or working out at the gym, whatever equipment is available to you, please use it, whatever it is. So we're going to focus on lower body and core. So there's a couple of, a few new exercises I'm just kind of putting together here, but this is something that you can do. So basically there are 6 different exercises that we're going to focus on today. So each exercise that you're going to do, this is kind of a different exercise routine that you typically don't do on a daily basis, but it's mostly an AMRAP workout. Basically what that means is you're doing each exercise doing as many reps as possible. So basically do as many as you can in about 4 minutes. Okay, in that 4-minute time frame that you have, you're going to do each exercise for 4 minutes. And we have 6 different exercises here that are displayed. So do as many as you can in 4 minutes, and then rest for about 1 minute. And then you're going to repeat each exercise 4 times. So you're going to repeat each exercise 4 times. So there's 4 sets. So again, do as many as you can in 4 minutes. Rest for about 1 minute, and then repeat each exercise 4 times. So depending on how many reps you can do, the more you do, the better. So just kind of seeing where your level of fitness is at. Kind of challenge yourself a little bit. For a beginner especially, try to use some lighter weights, and then kind of work your way up. It does take a little bit of time, but where you start at makes a huge difference. You don't want to put a lot of pressure since you're a beginner, especially when you're handling different types of equipment. So just remember that, guys. Just go really light. So here I'm going to put my shoes on, just so that we're handling some equipment here, some indoor shoes. So if you're in your house or whatever, on your carpet or on the floor or your basement or whatever, where you're at, I typically have something that I can just wear at home that I'm exercising with, like indoor shoes, anything, okay? Whatever it is you're comfortable using or wearing or whatever it is. So we're going to grab our kettlebell. So I'm just going to kind of introduce you to the kettlebell here that I have right here in my hands. So this one here is the kettlebell. So this is basically an equipment that you always have to handle with both hands at all times, okay? So depending on what your kettlebell looks like, this is a 30-pound weight that I have here. I also have another set of a 40-pound that I use as well. You can purchase these online, on Amazon, anywhere. If you're a beginner, I would purchase something a little bit lighter. So if you can maybe find like a 5 or a 10-pound weight or something like that to start off with, that will really work out really good for you. So the first exercise that we're going to start off with is kind of a front rack squat, a single arm thruster. So we're going to start off with a squat position, grabbing our kettlebell or dumbbell, whatever you have. So right here, we're going to start off. Make sure you have enough space over here. And you can also use a dumbbell as well. So you're going to do kind of a squat position. And that weight is just kind of on your shoulders right here. So there's 2 exercises that you're going to focus on. Okay. All right. Having good control of that weight is very important. And then setting that weight down when you're done, and then you're going to work the same thing on the other side. The second part of that exercise is kind of a single arm thruster. So you're going to bring that weight up, making sure that your arm is aligned with your ears, okay? So this is something you want to really focus on, depending on how much intensity, how much weight you can lift. So this is one thing you want to think about. So here, for the thruster, you're going to start off with the kettlebell right here, whichever arm you want to start with, and then you're going to hold it and pressing all the way up, making sure that arm again is aligned with your ears. So that is your thruster. So again, giving yourself enough time. Feet are shoulder length apart. So again, one more time, we're going to grab that kettlebell again. Over here, bringing it to your shoulders and thrust, lifting that weight. Okay, so keep that in mind. I would start off really light just because. So that is your 2 exercises in one that you're going to do. So what it's going to look like, basically you have your front rack squat plus your single arm thruster. So you're going to combine that all together. That's the reason why I'm just kind of separating those 2 exercises so you can kind of see what I'm doing. So we're going to combine those together. So right here, the front rack squat, right here. All right. So basically, you're doing the front rack squat right here, thruster. All right. So making sure if you're purchasing any type of kettlebell for a beginner, 5 or 10 pounds is what I recommend. So that is your first exercise, the front rack squat, single arm thruster exercise. And you can also, with that exercise, again, if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell as well. Same thing. So right here, what you're going to do, starting off right here on the floor, placing it on your shoulders, set it down on the floor, and down. Okay, so same thing. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can also use a set of dumbbells as well. Number 2, we have the Russian swing. So one of the kettlebell swings. There are actually 3 different kinds of swings that you can do. This first one here is the Russian swing that I'm going to show you with the kettlebell. So here, you're going to start off basically having that kettlebell kind of between your feet. Feet are shoulder length apart. Grabbing it with both hands. Again, right here, you're going to start off. So this is the Russian swing here. A big explosion with your body. Having good control of the weight. Okay. And then when you're done, safely place it down. There is also a single hand swing that you can also do. So again, with that one, as a reminder, as you're doing that exercise, you're going to want to handle the weight with both hands. So right here, when you're starting off with the swing, what you're going to do when you're ready, giving yourself enough time, because you're handling that weight with one hand, okay? And then when you're done, nice little swing, and then you're going to place it down on the floor. So when you're doing that single hand exercise, always start off with both hands first. When you're ready to let go with one hand, and then just kind of work with that, okay? So again, that is the Russian swing, the single hand swing. And another swing that you want to do, that's a little bit more challenging, because what you're going to be doing, this one in particular is called the American swing. So you're going to be lifting that weight up here. Okay? All right? So making sure those arms are aligned with your ears. So the American swing, again, you're handling it with both arms. Okay? And it's all about the intensity, the control of that weight. Okay? All right. And then there's also a single hand American swing as well. That's a little bit challenging, but just kind of focus on those 3 exercises that I showed you. So again, a lot of different ways to work with the kettlebell, but just be very careful with it. And again, whenever you're doing an exercise, always handle it with both hands at all times. All right. So that is your Russian swing, along with the single hand swing, the American swing, and then of course the American single hand swing you can do as well with one arm. Okay, so basically that will look like this. Feet are shoulder length apart. Again, you're going to handle the weight with both hands. Okay, and then when you're ready, you're going to let go with one arm. And all that weight is going to be on whichever side of your arm you're using. Okay, so kind of keep that in mind. That intensity, again, especially for a beginner, I would start off really light. Okay. Number 3, we have the front rack step ups and knee drive. So the front rack step up and knee drive, you're going to use like a chair or a bench for this exercise here. All right, and then grabbing your kettlebell, placing it right here on your shoulders. So we're going to climb up on the step. See? Right here, kind of a knee drive. And all that weight is on whatever shoulder you're working with. Okay. All right. So again, you can also do it with a dumbbell as well if you don't have a kettlebell. So kind of placing that weight on your shoulders. So again, here, all right, focusing on that knee drive. Okay, so that is your front rack step ups with the knee drive. So you're going to work one side first, so one leg first, and then working the other. Next one is a sumo deadlift, front and back hop. So in this exercise here, setting that bench off to the side, so sumo deadlift. So here, you're going to grab your kettlebell. So again, deadlift, slight bend of the knees. Don't bend your knees not too far down. So what you're going to do, you're going to add a little hop. Okay. So grabbing that kettlebell again, right here, starting position. All right. Focusing on the deadlift first. Okay. All right. And then placing that down. So that's one exercise, okay? And then you're gonna kind of do it like a front and back hop. So what this is gonna look like here, what you're gonna do, placing one leg back, okay? And then focusing on the deadlift, and then adding a little hop. Now in this one, you can also, I recommend to do it this way. Focus on the deadlift and then adding a little hop. It might be a little bit easier, okay? Okay, so focus on that. But again, you can also push that leg to the side, adding that deadlift, okay? Going down first with the deadlift, and then adding that hop. So it's gonna look like that. But since you're a beginner and you've never tried this before, I would just focus on doing it this way, kind of a modification of the workout. So focusing on the deadlift first, and then hop, and then hop. Just adding a little, it doesn't have to be a big jump, okay? Next one is a single leg deadlift, and lateral lunge. Okay? So what you're going to do in this exercise here, grabbing your kettlebell again, you're going to grab it on one side, okay? So what you're going to do right here, focusing on a single leg deadlift, lifting that knee up and going down. So focus on one exercise first, okay? As you're doing these workouts, doing as many reps as you can. All right, and then when you're done, you're going to do the same thing on the other side with the single leg deadlift. So again here, lateral lunge, what you're going to do in this exercise. Give me 1 second here. So kind of focusing on 2 different exercises and making sure, again, when you're handling, especially with a weight, start off really light if you're a beginner. If you're an advanced level beginner, use a bigger weight, 30, 40, 50-pound weight, whatever you want to choose. So for the lateral lunges, what you want to focus on is when you're doing the exercise. So here, single leg deadlift, going down, and then going to the side, okay? So down, single leg deadlift, and then lateral lunge. So you're working one side first. So you're combining 2 exercises. In one, okay? So focusing on one side first, and then working the other, okay? All right, so that is your single leg deadlift with the lateral lunge. So again, you're working on one side first, and then working the other, okay? Then we have kind of a core exercise on this one, eccentric leg lowers. So kind of putting your weights to the side, okay? So here, what you're going to do in this exercise, placing your legs together, knees together, and then lifting your leg, slowly come down, and then lifting that leg up, knees towards your chest, lift your legs up, and then slowly come down, doing as many reps as you can. Again, knees to your chest, up, and then slowly bring it down. Again, one more time, knees to your chest, and repeat. Okay, so that leg lower is focusing on your core, okay? So there you have it, 6 different exercises. Do as many reps as you can in about 4 minutes, and then you rest for about 1 minute and repeat 4 times. So just kind of remember that there are 2 different exercises that you're doing in each one. So focus on trying to combining those together. Again, be a little bit creative if you want to work. Focus on one exercise first and then do the other. You can do that too. Just kind of break it down, kind of play with your exercises a little bit, practice, see what is comfortable for you. So this is a little bit of a step up as to the exercises I typically show you. So this one's a little bit different, focusing on your lower body and adding that core exercise. So again, if you're a beginner, again, use a lighter weight. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can use a set of dumbbells. That is no problem at all. And just really focus on your balance, your strength, the intensity, especially the lifts that I was talking about. So really just try to focus on that. Really focus on what you can do. Don't rush into the workout. You want to be able to feel it as you're doing it. If you have any questions, guys, don't hesitate to DM me and say, hey, Shalon, what can I do to make this a little bit better, to bring the intensity up a little bit better since I'm new at this? I love questions, so don't hesitate to contact me anytime, DM me. I also have a YouTube channel that I'll be putting a lot of my workouts on there, so check it out. Be safe, be healthy, be strong, stay active. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. Have a great Tuesday, guys. And I'll be going live tonight at 6 o'clock for HIIT, which stands for High Intensity Interval Training. So I'll be live here on Instagram at 6 o'clock and on the Zoom app. You can download the app on the App Store. It's free. So I hope to see you guys tonight at 6 o'clock, and have a great Tuesday. Peace.